That's because we helped Russia get some more territory. Just constantly seeing Germany on the downfall is really, really nice. The pressure on him is getting to probably be a bit too much. Okay, this is going to be a big infantry battle, and in case we lose, we need more infantry coming. We are going to try to finally take Eastern Europe. Even if I can't hold it, let's knock these numbers down. Massive fight. All right. Very nice. I think I actually feel somewhat comfortable putting some Russian troops over here just to help. Because it takes a while to march them east. Again, bombing my IPUs. Destroyed 5 that time. That's a decent chunk. Can destroy up to 6, if I remember right. Ah, see, we shot him down. That's that always active A again. And now he doesn't have a bomber unless he buys another one. But his money's going down, down, down. Okay. We're gonna buy a bunch of transports. Which, yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy... I'll buy 3 and some infantry. Infantry and a tank. There. Mostly I'm focusing here now. I don't think we really need to do much with our India campaign anymore. I think we're doing fine. He's moved his ships away. He has no transports. We're retaking stuff over here. I think we'll non-combat move over to China and wait. And hit Manchuria heavy next turn with everything. Okay, otherwise I don't think we have any more combat. Nope. Okay. And here we're gonna actually borrow one of these boats. Finally load up this lone man. For now, just leave him on there, just so that we can use him later. Here, I think we're fine. I think we're kind of fine both sides, but we'll move up to Karelia, I guess. Just kind of preparing for the final push. At this point, I feel pretty confident. Well, that's fine because we'll move some Russian troops in next turn. And we'll more than likely take Manchuria next turn as Britain. Okay. At this point, let's try for some weapons development. So I got a 6, it's going to give me long-range aircraft. So now I permanently have long-range aircraft. That means my planes look a little different. kind of a cool little graphical change, and they can go a lot farther. So let's build some more infantry. And you can see my plane there. So what it means by long range is fighters can go up to 6, which is pretty much across the world, and bombers can go up to 8. I don't even know if I can illustrate this. Yeah, bombers could pretty much go anywhere in the world right now, which is really nice. So, perfect timing to take some of these islands. Oh, that's right, I can't load it even as a combat phase. So frustrating. Okay. We'll load it as a non-combat phase, and we will just help to kill some stuff, I guess. Maybe knock out the guy on the East Indies. Over here, we could put some pressure on him. Yeah, let's weaken him here. Well, maybe as Britain, let's weaken him, and then next turn as America will hurt him. Okay. That's what we'll do. We're just gonna do mostly non-combat stuff here. Minus killing that transport. Okay. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I got an upgrade to my thing, but it doesn't really want to load my plane on the aircraft, unfortunately. Again, I have a glitch in the game. It's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. He can reach me there, but he can't reach me on Midway. Just in case he can, it's always a good idea to unload your infantry. If they're on the boat, they're gone. Okay, so let's get some of these troops moving. And then once again, he could be attacking me, so we're just going to unload these on England to be safe. If my boats die, that's fine, but I really don't want my infantry to die if I can help it. I wonder if it's because it's a home territory. I don't really know. Let's fly this back to China instead. Maybe that'll make a difference. And then, of course, we'll just keep moving everything forward. It's kind of pointless at this point for Russia to do weapons development. But to get some oomph behind their attacks, we're gonna buy some tanks. I think we're just gonna put the pressure on Germany. If we can take his capital, we'll plunder all of his IPUs, which is kind of a nice thing. He could take it back, though, and put us in an interesting spot because of Southern Europe, so maybe we'll wait. I think we'll wait until we would take the pressure off with Western Europe. I don't want to have another risky situation as Russia. rather just know that I'm holding the line. Stop Japan from going any farther, as I said earlier. He's probably just gonna sit. I wouldn't expect him to do combat at this point. Hold what he has, defend against what he has, as much as he can. Okay. We need infantry and probably some transports. We'll do 3 transports for India and then infantry. Okay, at this point, we're just mostly trying to weaken things. Actually, so I'm gonna right click. Oops, I'm doing this wrong. Right click, left click, right click. So now I have this empty one still because I'd rather grab this tank. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put pressure on Western Europe. Move everything back here so it's easy to defend from his planes that he still does have. I don't know if I'll take this, but if I don't, America definitely will. And we can't load up, we can only use transports once, and I can't do it as, I can't unload from America's transports. I can load from them, but only the person owning the transport can unload from them. So I'm not going to do that. Over here, we were going to throw everything we had at Manchuria. So let's commit to that. Okay. Kind of a big turn. And yes, we'll have our battleship bombard since we're unloading on a transport. Just 1 extra hit. There's that bombard. Here's the damage. Like I said, I don't plan to take it. But... okay, at this point, you know what, let's just commit. Nice. So here it's asking me, this is the pop-up you get. Since there's an industry and I'm attacking with a bomber, depending on how many I have, the game will split it. This is split in the middle. So let's say I had 3 bombers. Right now it would show 2 ground support, 1 strategic bombing. So you just want to slide this over if you want to do ground support, or if you want your bombers to all do strategic bombing. I'm going to be doing ground support here. I'm not looking to kill his IPUs, just him. That's what that pop-up there means. Ooh, a decent amount of hits. That was a good run for him. Barely took that. That's fine. It means he can't produce anymore over there. He might take it back, but that's fine. Because then, you know, Russia can come in and do that as well. Okay. We don't have any more non-combat that I can think of. Oh, yep, I forgot. So this is the thing. If we hit end and our planes haven't done it, it will give you a warning. You know, you have to try to move them to their max move, even if you intended to kill them. So we'll just move them all back to the United Kingdom. I could have put them on the North Sea, but I don't think we really need to defend it anymore. All of his planes, well, he has 2, but most of his planes are done. Oh, we forgot to... So I don't believe there's a way to undo that, unfortunately. We were going to move those transports over here, but I think we'll be fine. Tell you what, just to be safe, we'll put 3 troops there instead. So you can't take back place units if you mess up. And hopefully you guys appreciate the commentary. I find it more interesting to know what the person's thinking when they're playing a game like this than to just watch. Otherwise, you're just listening to the music. And I mean, that's not bad, but it is a slower paced strategy game. So it's all about what's going on in someone's head. At this point, I think we'll just play to the end and finish this game up. Okay. I did skip production, which is fine. Let's purchase some infantry again, I think. Just to keep the pressure up. And then combat here. Still not letting me load that guy. That's really unfortunate. But let's go and... thought I was on Okinawa, but maybe I'm not. Is it 5 to land there? Okay, so that is on Okinawa, oddly enough. And so just to kind of mention here, and I forgot to at the beginning of the game, the reason that I really bought this as a computer game back in the day is because it's so annoying to set it up. I own a physical copy of this game, and adding all of these pieces, you know, the starting pieces on each territory, it's nice to have the tactile feel, but it takes so long to set up all the pieces on each territory, and then move them, buy them, add more units. It can just be a lot of pieces on the board, especially when you start getting into situations like, you know, what I've got here in Eastern Europe. I have 25 infantry. I mean, it's just a conglomerate mess. There are chips and tokens you can use to make it a little bit easier, but this starts getting to be a lot, whereas the computer game, it's virtual. It works perfectly. Okay, so let's take Western Europe here with our American transports. And just to kind of help soften him up here, we're going to attack. And I think with these planes, we're just going to defend over here. So we're going to try and hold Western Europe. Okay. I will take any hits I can from that first round, because I knew I was dead. Well, it was a good run for the bomber, but at least we knocked out some of the stuff on the islands. We kind of forgot about our Midway Island stuff here, I'll admit. But we can move to the Sea of Japan and do that in our non-combat. Still make more use of it from a better angle even. Subs, I don't know what he's doing down there. Just hanging out. Okay, so we're gonna move this guy. 1, 2. I know there's that always active AA gun, so I want to avoid flying over Germany. And we already used these to unload, so we can't move them again, unfortunately. But, alright. That is going to be our move. Oh, that's right. We took Western Europe, so we can't defend this turn. Sometimes I mess up. We'll just load on Britain. Okay. There's us taking over Western Europe, which is worth a lot. Invasion of Normandy, if you want to call it that. We're going to try and get tanks, because the nice thing about tanks is I can blitz straight in. So the turn I purchase them, I can use them, like this turn. Okay, I can't reinforce here a lot, so I'm just going to leave enough to hopefully deter him. That might be overkill. That guy will move over. Let's try and retake Russia. Since he can't reinforce these units anymore, what's here is here, so we just need to knock him off of Asia. Yeah, that easier, so much easier rolling a 2 than it is a 1 with some of those troops. This is really rough. Numbers are not liking me. I'm not going to be able to hold this, unfortunately. At least I didn't lose my planes. Yeah, I kind of figured he'd try to take it back, only with 2 troops. Yeah, he knows the threat from the sea is really real there. Well, it was enough. You know what? I am gonna Scorch Earth and destroy this. Actually, no. Because I'll eventually come back and get it. He can have it. I don't mind if he collects a little bit more IPUs, or IPCs. I keep saying IPU. He did not take Western Europe, which is nice. Here? Let's do some weapons development, actually. Let's just start doing that. Oh, we got 3 of them. Jet power, super subs, and long-range aircraft. So our aircraft is like the best it can be at this point. So jet power basically makes it so our aircraft is stronger and can fly farther. What I really wanted are the industrial technology and heavy bombers. This reduces the cost of everything by 1. Heavy bombers is crazy. Bombers attack with 3 combat die. It is by far the best way to just start knocking out really heavily fortified stuff at the end of the game. I was hoping I could illustrate that for you, but we'll see if I can get the rolls or not. Okay. So not a lot I can really do here for combat. Okay. I think we'll try and take out Southern Europe, maybe? I can't really get there, though. I'm gonna actually save my bomber in case I get heavy bombers. It's gonna be so much more useful. Okay, apparently it bugged out on me. Or is that where we started our move? Oh, that's where we started our move. Duh. Okay, well, let's try and knock out some of this stuff that's actually worth something. 5. I can't get to New Guinea and back. 6. This would be 5, 6, 7, 8. I could bomb Australia. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay. Okay. We're mostly trying to just knock him down here a peg. We don't really need our fighters anymore to defend, so whatever I can do to help the game kind of move along. And he is officially, well, unofficially, officially off Asia. It does feel bad, but we've at least mostly gotten him off the islands as well. Okay, so non-combat. Let's get some of this stuff here sorted. We'll go back and sit on, oh, I don't know, Manchuria, I guess. Okay. I don't think we're forgetting about anything. And he can only build them in Japan, so he's at the point of not really doing anything because we've essentially knocked out his ability to do anything. Okay, we got one. Rockets. Rockets is like a rocket attack against someone's IPUs for free. It's honestly not amazing. Germany is on his last leg. There's not going to be much left of him soon, so what I think we need to do is focus over here. Let's buy some more transport stuff. We're just going to throw everything that we have at Germany in hopes that Russia can come in and clean up. Okay, I really want to go hunt these subs. With my subs, so I'm going to go give chase to his ships that's just hanging out down here. And I'm going to start moving and unloading stuff. We want to bombard. So who do we want to rocket attack? That's just free shooting at IPUs. Kind of like what the bomber does, but it'll never get shot down. So when that bombard would hit, at least we did hit him. Some lucky fighters. Okay, and then here we just want to soften him up. Or not. Goodness. That wasn't much softening. Okay, that happens. So we're just going to move all these guys over here because I don't think they're going to be needed anymore. These ships have done their move. Don't think we had any more non-combat that we wanted to do. Like I said, I kind of forget sometimes, but I think that's it. That was from taking the Philippines mostly. Over here with this guy, we're just gonna skip and keep getting stuff that's gonna push the pressure on Germany. Okay, let's do the push. Hopefully that's enough to kill him. If not, he's gonna be pretty weak. It's mostly this that's doing the damage. These infantry are just kind of here for fodder. There, we got him. Very nice. So it says, I plundered the IPUs. That means they go to my stockpile, so the next turn Russia will have a lot of IPUs to use. And Germany is basically out of the game. You'll see that when I end, it'll go straight to Britain's turn. So at this point, we need to get our stuff over to do stuff against Japan. Kind of appropriate that Russia knocked Germany out, don't you think? It's a very World War II-esque, you could say. Here we're gonna do this again. Got one. Heavy bombers, very nice. Okay, that's what we're gonna be buying because that's gonna help us knock out Japan. I don't really have any transports over here. I also don't have a lot of units. But I think we're gonna buy a transport for India. Okay. Now I don't know what would be the quickest way. These probably aren't going to get anywhere, but for the sake of starting to go that way, we'll move this stuff. At this point, the game's won. We don't have any more combat anywhere, I don't believe, so... I mean, this wasn't even combat, to be honest. I'm just going to leave them on the boats, because nothing's going to knock me off the boats. Oh, that's right. I have... It was kind of stupid of me. I forgot he built transports there. Anyone watching is probably saying, you idiot. You needed those to kill those transports. Well, it happens. Okay. Letting Japan out of his hole, or he's too stupid to do anything. And this is an example of a stupid computer. It's so frustrating just running away. I'm gonna have to go hunting for his ships. Nice. We also have heavy bombers as America, so I will start buying one. Okay. We really need to knock his stuff down up there. But I also need to down here. Both have super subs. Might need to eventually make more subs. Hopefully I can hit him. Yay. I have seen fights like that go the other way, so that was kind of a chance thing. Mostly here to knock out his transport. Which we did. That was the threat. This stupid sub is going to be annoying, but we can knock out some of his over here. Subs have sneak attacks, which basically means if you get a hit as an attacker, they cannot defend, whereas other troops can defend, is essentially what's happening there. Alright, what were we doing here? Thought I had something, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to place that on Western USA. Yeah, Russia knocked out Germany. Germany's at the bottom. There's no more Germany. And all that money. Oh, what is Russia going to do? My goodness. I guess we'll just do this. We don't really have anything better to do. Jet power. Okay, in anticipation for it, we'll just buy bombers, because that's pretty much all we're going to do. There's no threat over here anymore, so we're just going to march this way in hopes that we get transports or could use a plane or something. There's not much to do. We're going to put these in Moscow. And then we collect our normal amount. Okay, we've got heavy bombers already here, so let's start making use of them. 2 bombers and let's go with some infantry. Yeah. A little slow getting over there for England. The island hopping part is always the worst. I'm gonna move these carriers down to intercept this stuff down here so that he doesn't go up. Set that on the carrier. And I really don't know what to do with these. Let's just have them follow. So far away from Japan as England. I can't remember, did I get... Okay, so these guys can move 6, but I don't have a carrier anywhere that I could land on. 4, 5, 6, and I crash. So let's just move to the Philippines, but we have to do that in combat. Okay. And that's essentially it. Those can fly a long way, so we'll place them back there. He's gonna start knocking out my stuff. It's annoying. Ha! Transport shot him out of the sky. He is so annoying. We should be able to hopefully knock him out though. Okay. He's got a carrier there. He's got some subs here. Can't reach them from this, so... He can defend pretty high there. We're just going to try and knock him out that way. I hate to leave a carrier alive, but... Actually... We're going to use our bombers. And you can kind of see what my strategic bomber is all about. I only have one, but it's probably going to kill it, because I'm going to roll 3 attack die. It has to hit 4 or less. Okay. It's like, did I just misclick? Yeah, I did. And we're going to move just our battleship down. Oh, we can't. Okay. Well, let's just do that, I guess. Keep knocking out his transports that he's building so that he cannot get an edge on us. Alright. Took New Guinea. Knocked him out in the Coral Sea. Knocked him out in the south. My 3 attacks, 2 were hits. I mean, they don't defend super well against good units, but they're so aggressive that, I mean, that was my 15 IPUs for his 18, so I'll take it. Okay, we could eventually use him for something. Eventually use these for something. Alright. And we're just pushing Japan down. America doing well. Everybody doing well. Like I said, there's not a whole lot else we can do, so we're just going to do that. Industrial technology. Makes our industry look a little different, but now we've got the ability to make everything cheaper. There's not a lot we're going to end up doing here. I think we're just going to do non-combat again. Just in case. All right. I don't know if we're gonna make use of these boats. Maybe to kill that sub if my battleship can do it. I had a fighter around here. Okay. These guys, I think we're just gonna start bombing Japan. Because it's just gonna hurt him a lot. There's no reason to wait for like a big attack of any kind. And this guy is really not gonna do anything at this point, so... This is what I mean by if you have multiple bombers, so we're getting ground support. Those AA gun rolls are always scary. But yeah, you can see I already knocked that down a decent chunk. Okay, non-combat. We'll move to Borneo, I guess. I'll need some kind of transports over there to take his stuff. All right. It's kind of funny that in many ways the bombers are kind of like strategic bombing, and it does definitely make the war a little faster. Oh, that definitely hurts. That AA gun got really lucky. I think we have any non-combat that we really want to do. No planes to move that are still floating around. At this point, it's only a matter of time for Russia, or for Japan, I mean. We didn't win any there, that's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna buy an industry though, just to place it on the end over here, because then Russia can at least do something. At the moment they're not really functioning. Then we can make boats, so at least something. My gosh, you took over something. Okay, it's fine. We can only move 6. I mean, I don't really intend to live, it's fine. Okay. Continuing to get the land forces over where they go, essentially putting the pinch on Japan. And that's the other reason I get the bombers, is because they get to the point in the game here where they're just sitting building infantry, and it's so annoying because you need a transport, and infantry attack with 1, it's just, it would take forever for an unloading force. That's why we just want to bomb, but hopefully next turn we can just about wrap this up. Just in case, we'll continue to build bombers. throw everything we've got. Just to make sure. Double up there, getting to the very end. Actually, yeah, just to make sure I take the island. Does he have anything else? Is there any troop that we missed? Anything? I'm not seeing it. Well, this could definitely be it. Now guys, I will say the cinematic might mess up in the video. There is a little bit of a cutscene. I'll try to let it play, but if it freezes, I'll just click through it and I'll show you the ending newspaper screen. So we're coming to the end here. There we go. Like, just those bomber hits are so juicy. Okay. And we've done it, guys. The game is won. So this is supposed to be the cinematic. It does glitch out when I'm recording, unfortunately, so I'm just going to click. And then here we see everyone cheering in the streets, war ending, world dominated, allies conquest achieved, and we can look at the final stats here. We can really see, you know, Germany got a lot of kills, Russia got a lot of kills. Germany also got a lot of losses, Russia did. You know, net gains for me, net losses for them. You can see what I earned in my weapons development, how I grew with IPUs, net gain of 100%. Kind of nice to look at overall numbers. You can see the charts where they went. Russia pretty much on the up and up. We had a little bit of a bump there. Germany constantly down. That always feels nice, except for right there. You know, Japan initially good, but then we kind of got him knocked out. Again, just nice looking charts. And if you hit the round button, it just kind of rounds the numbers to the, or not rounds the numbers. This talks about the last round. So the last turn that I played, what happened. And that's all that is. So yeah, that is Axis and Allies, and sometimes there's a little cutscene that happens, or usually there is, of some credits and stuff when you quit here, so we'll just kind of illustrate that here for you. And again, it freezes because of the recording. So with that, thanks guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.